Welcome to Big D, Dallas, Texas, and the house the Pony Express built. Dickerson and James and SMU hoping to restore the glory and get things started in this one. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Charlotte 49ers, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the SMU Mustangs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Mustangs will kick it away first. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Charlotte's offense takes the field to start this game off. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. 3rd and 6, and they'll need a big play here on this opening drive. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. And the 49ers will call on their punt team. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. So SMU's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
The play action fake. And the pass is intercepted. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
He makes the connection. The 49ers get enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Such great awareness along the sideline and the ability to get that foot down for the catch. He wants to pass it on second down. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. 3rd and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here. Just don't take a negative play. Quick strike complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. And the 49ers are moving quickly down the field. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They're working that left side. Touchdown, Charlotte! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job.
And that pass is intercepted. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, he set his offense up at the 30.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Boy, this is just the type of field position this offense wants. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Leaves it with the running back. Tackle is made after the first down. The 49ers are threatening in the red zone. Off play action on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. And the 49ers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Fires into the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there, and they couldn't make the connection. Got nothing last time. Now 2nd and goal from the 3. Power ahead. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Pushes ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Niners.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
14, SMU, 0.
He'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement. Open runway ahead. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's going to pass. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rice. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. And the Mustangs will punt this one away. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. It's complete to the left.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offensive success.
Now on fourth down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And it's a fake. Shuffle it to the tight end. And the gamble pays off as they pick up the first down. First down here for the offense. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. They'll throw it on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The running back has it. Give him about a yard on the play. It's down at the 10. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Oh, the attempt is no good. Missed the field goal, but still a 2-touchdown lead at 14.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They've stumbled a little bit out of the gate here, Jesse, finding themselves down by 2 scores.
Yeah, and their defense needs to help them out and get off the field and get them some more.
The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Brings up second down.
Dealing with a 2nd and 10 from the 20. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. He's looking downfield to throw. They'll run the screen.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively. Their third down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense pinned.
Slips through the line. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. He's looking for an open man on second down. He looks that one in nicely. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. After the misfire, it's 2nd and 10. He'll keep it himself, fighting off the defender.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year in big decisions.
Makes the catch! And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, 49ers! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Dynamite matchup this week, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Kent State is currently ahead inside a jam-packed Dick Stadium, but the Golden Flashes have not been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 7 over Akron. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. A pickup of 6. 6-yard pickup on first down. Leaves him with 2nd and 4. He's looking to throw. Finds his man down the middle. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the first down. From the gun, running back on the move. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Encroachment. Defense.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Scrambling away. He'll pull it down. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. A 3rd down try for the offense. It's a draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Mustangs will try to pin them back with the punt. Makes a move. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. They'll run this play from the pistol. Give to the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. It'll be a draw. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Touchdown, Charlotte. What a catch and run for 6.
And, man, is that perfect timing. You can tell quarterback drops back. He sees his guy, and he knows he's open. But watch the throw. Deep down the field, Palmer, right in the bread basket. Nice play, nice pitch and catch.
He did a nice job at getting it up in the air early and allowing his guy to run under the football, locate it, and then make a tough grab. That is the definition of an explosive play.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Mendoza. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Snares it outside. It's Torres. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
And defensive backs, you think, don't have good hands. The big fella shows it. How about that defensive back going up and getting the interception? Nice job breaking on the football. You say that's why you play defense, because you don't have hands? I beg to differ.
Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's caught. Touchdown, Charlotte.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Getting set for the point after.
Is on for the extra point.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
He'll do it himself. Running with power. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's a first down.
He wants to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Rice. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
Timeout, SMU.
He's back to throw on second down. Got his man quickly. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. And the Mustangs want to pick up the tempo.
For the offense.
Going up top on first down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Feeling some heat. He's going to run it. Smashes him with the stiff arm. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Mustangs will have it 1st and 10. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's Torres. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team does. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Got it on the outside. It's Downs. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, time for everyone inside that stadium in Dallas to take a deep breath and kind of digest what we just saw. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. The kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Gerald J. Ford Stadium.
The 49ers will kick it off to start the second half. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Quarterback on the keeper.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. He's just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Now they'll run the draw. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Mustangs line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He'll try to do it himself. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit. They'll line up for a second down play.
Brings up second down.
He's looking to throw. Finds a man on the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Handoff to the single back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Tried to pound it on first down. Now back to the line.
Second down coming up.
Gives it to the back on the draw. And he won't quite get there. But boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. He'll pull it on the read. Just buried it. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the 49ers have this offense rolling. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup. The handoff as they run the counter play here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll run it again. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got his man. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Niners! And the stomping has commenced.
Number 6.
Man, did he show some hops for that one.
Some serious vertical right there. I tell you what, everybody in front of you, hey, I'll go by air if I need to. Good job getting in the air, getting the touchdown.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Syracuse is currently trailing, but if this young star leads a comeback today, he could join former Heisman winner Ernie Davis among the legends to wear that uniform.
They'll go to the ground.
It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Memphis. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23. A pickup of 4. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? The Mustangs will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Oh, what a grab by the defense. He was thinking big return. Didn't get that, but boy, did he give his offense an opportunity at the 31.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some points on the board.
This is an opportunity you've got to capitalize on this field position. You must come away with points here if you're on offense.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They'll try to pop the draw.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense, locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
You've got to make the opponent pay for turning the football over. And while this team would have liked to have scored a touchdown off that pick, I think they're pretty happy getting the field goal.
So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. Handoff to the single running back. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. Running back searching for a hole. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he just needed a few inches, and the defense was surly and nasty and said, no, sirree. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. Leaves it with the back. And he didn't squeeze it, it's loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, but it'll be marked for no gain. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. They'll give him 4 on that one. It's 3rd and 6. Trying to pick up a first down. Time has expired here in the quarter, and it's Charlotte on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Buys a little time with his feet. Keeps it himself and gets the first. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. And the Mustangs are moving quickly down the field. The give to the left side. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Caught over the middle. It's Rice. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Mustangs have it with a 1st and 10. They'll try the run. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the ground with the back. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Trying to get to him. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And as a defense, a lot of times you're coming into the game and you're just trying to limit the damage when you play a really great quarterback. And they've done more than that today. They have dominated this football game. The offense has carried their weight, and this is looking like a great outcome.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
I know a lot of people are scratching their heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, man, you've got to be way more aggressive.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The lone back's got it. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll try it again. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Went to the running game on first down. Now here they come again. From the gun. Give on the inside. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. The give to the back. At midfield, he's got room. Oh, look out, there he goes. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19.
Well, they came into this game today knowing that this guy was going to have to leave his mark in this one, toting the rock, and he's done that. He's come up with some big plays, and he continues to do that here late at a juncture where they've got to continue running it if they're going to win.
That big play has them in business. 1st and 10 inside the 20. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
The running back carry.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
16-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
They want that clock to run. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll try to get it through the air. Lets it fly. Touchdown 49ers. And the pummeling has started. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Charlotte, 49. SMU, 6.
The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The SMU offense is headed back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. And just an outstanding return takes it back to the 7-yard line.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And the offense suddenly with an opportunity it couldn't have expected with a 1st and goal after the pick. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. 2nd and goal for the offense.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to tack one more on their score.
For the extra point.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UTEP is down right now inside the Sun Bowl, but this young man under center today has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in El Paso. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Baylor. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Back open in the middle. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They moved the chains. They marked it at the 29. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. Hines is back in the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Got some of the work done on 1st. Now let's see what they have on 2nd down.
Neutrals on infraction. Defense.
The offense needed something, just anything, to give them just a little breathing room, and the defense provided it with that penalty. Snagged in the middle, it's Rice. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And the Mustangs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop at the 41, but it's a 15-yard pickup, and they're rolling with a 1st down.
It's another 1st down for the offense.
He's looking to throw it. Spits it out to the back. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Lets it fly on the move. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which colored jerseys they're wearing? Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. Barring complete catastrophe, David, this offense ought to be able to salt away this game.
Yeah, and unless you're playing in a different league, this one's over. Like, there is no 3-point conversions and stuff like that that you can get. So Run the ball, make them use timeouts, Palmer, walk out here with a dub.
Yeah, this defense should just use their timeouts. Can't take them with you, right? And let's just see. Who knows? Crazier things have happened in college football. Maybe they put the ball on the ground. They don't execute the center-quarterback exchange.
Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them. An absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.